Welcome to Ask NCM. I'm here to help answer your questions pertaining to your service and fixed operations departments. I'm Steve Hall, and today's question comes in about capacity. I've got a manager saying, I'm booked out 2 weeks, we're trying to grow, but we're really struggling, and the owner wants more growth. How can I do it whenever I'm booked out this far? This is a common question. It's actually one I've addressed partially in another Ask NCM segment a few months ago. But let me touch on some items that were touched on then and some additional ones. First of all, whenever you're booked out that far, you're going to start losing customers. Now, I know this can happen, particularly in today's environment of lots of recalls going on, lots of customer push whenever these things hit that we have to get them booked in, and it can push customer pay back further. The problem with pushing customer pay back further is the customers can go elsewhere for that. Recalls are kind of captive to dealerships. Customer pay, they can end up at any independent mass merchandiser or anywhere else with this. So whenever we book out 2 weeks and we don't do something in order to get more capacity flowing through our shop, it can really hurt us going forward for future growth. So whenever this happens, think about some alternatives. First of all, are you running full day Saturdays whenever this is the case? If you aren't, maybe you need to consider that. Now, I'm not saying you'll have a full staff there necessarily, though you could, but at least are you open full hours? Now, even if customers aren't booking appointments in, if you're having that kind of backlog, you can fill in with internal work and take some of that off your plate so that during the normal work days, the Monday through Friday days, you're able to get in more customers. You might consider going to a 4-10 schedule, providing that you have additional technicians to hire. Going to a 4-10 schedule, if you're out of stall space, will allow you to actually put in 50% more technicians than what you can without a 4-10 schedule. Now, the trick on that can be, can you find the technicians to fill that space? If you take your current technicians and you just spread them out over a 4-10 schedule, you didn't increase capacity. But if you need shop space to add technicians, have technicians you can hire, a 4-10 schedule could be a very big benefit for it. And another thing you can always look at is adding a second shift. Now, this could be open for customers or possibly not. If you put on a few technicians to work a second shift, maybe handling lots of your internal work, what that does is free up more hours during the day for customer work so you can get the shop flowing smoother and still get the production out so you don't have this 2-week or longer backlog, and it allows you to grow. Remember, the facility's there. We need to try to maximize every hour that we can get going forward on this. The last thing I want to touch on this subject is tech density, or tech to stall density, really, okay? Don't think that you have to have 2 bays for every technicians. I understand there's some technicians that need it. If you've got a Ford dealership and you're doing cab raises in order to do diesel repairs on specific items, and that stall's going to be down for a day or 2 or 3 on this repair as you order parts, I get that. But most technicians don't need 2 stalls. Limit that. Try to get more technicians into your technician to stall density, have some community bays that anybody can use on an as-needed basis, and your shop will become more productive with more technicians in the mix. So kind of break that mold. And also, don't leave this out. If you have flat bays, you might consider converting those over and putting lifts in them where you can actually make them more productive, add more people, and try to get that workload cut down and grow your department going forward. I hope this helps. Please join us again at askncm@ncmassociates.com, and we'll try to answer your questions as best as possible. Thank you.